So this is the field that we're going to be hunting. Right out here. Lately there's been a nice gobbler and a few hens out here. They like to strut out here and kind of work their way up into this ridge. But we're going to be sitting up in here. So I should be able to have a good view when they come in. Hopefully we can get a nice shot.
Well, it didn't take long, but within about an hour, I noticed a big old gobbler strutting out in the field. And he was about 120 yards away.
Oh my god. Gobbler just came out. There he is right there. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god. That's so cool.
The only thing is, he didn't stay out there very long. He strutted for a little while, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, then went right back into the thicket of the woods, and I never saw him again. As time went by, I realized that I was getting really hungry and I hadn't eaten breakfast prior to that. I wasn't expecting on sitting out there too long, but since I realized that this gobbler was going to be pretty stubborn and kind of play this cat-mouse game where he would come out, strut, go back into the woods, then I figured I had a little bit of time to kind of even up the odds. So basically what I did is I went to the Quick Trip, stocked up on some goodies. I had 2 sandwiches, a couple granola bars, and a pink lemonade. Came back 25 minutes later, snuck back into the blind, and well, let's just say 15 minutes later, you know who was strutting out in the field coming right my direction.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now at this point it was really windy, so it was actually hard to hold the camera steady, but not only that, it was starting to get cold in the blind. So I needed to make sure that I stayed calm, patient, and wait for the gobbler to come our direction. He's still out there at about 80 yards out, so he's got quite a ways to go. And that is if he doesn't zigzag around the whole entire time, which is exactly what he ends up doing. So if you notice the shake of the camera, that's not me. I actually have my camera on a tripod, but it's not touching the ground. It's actually leaning against the blind. So whenever the wind blows the blind, it actually makes my camera shake. That's not me. I'm not even touching the camera right now. That's literally how windy it is. Now at this point, I suppose it's important to tell you that patience is the game. And the more patient you are, the better chance you have at succeeding, especially when it comes to hunting. Fortunately for this, I actually had pretty much all day to wait for this turkey to just maybe come my direction. And if he didn't, then I wasted a whole entire day. But no matter what, I was sitting there for every hour that I could, patiently as possible. And meanwhile, just kind of enjoying him being in nature. You know, it's very peaceful. You can hear all the birds chirping. And what an incredible scenery as well. Just one big old gobbler surrounded by his 2 hens out in the wild. Now at this point, the gobbler's probably somewhere at about 70-75 yards, which to get my first turkey with a bow, that's not really going to be happening. Though we could for surely hit it, these turkeys are tough and their vitals are extremely small, so you only have a very few narrow options to be able to place that shot. But before I knew it, it looked like he was coming my direction. for the second time. Actually, maybe even the third time, because it seemed like he's been coming this way for a long time, and he just keeps on changing his mind. But for the time being, we're going to accept this awesome moment and anticipate this gobbler to come this direction. Until he doesn't. He walked directly away from us and went straight towards the corner of the opposite field. But wait, he's finally coming back. Here we go, we got the hens coming in, and if the hens are coming, he's gotta be following close by. So at this point, it's about to be the moment of truth, because this gobbler is about 60 yards away, and though it is in range for a shot, it's still a little bit iffy, because the fact is, the vitals on the turkey are extremely small, and I've never taken one with a bow before, so we don't want to risk potentially not making a good shot and it fly off to where we never see it again. So we're going to be more patient and wait for him to close the distance into a comfortable broadside or directly straight away from us shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's finally coming in. At this point, my heart is beating like crazy, and I'm super excited for this moment. And then, of course, he decides to stop right behind this super tall tree. Now, the good thing about this tree is it's going to provide us with some pretty good cover. So as he's working his way across this field, he can't really see us because we got a tree here. Man, look at that big old redhead coming in. At this point, it's about to be game time, because now he's reaching the 60-yard mark. And now we're switching over to the woods. Right now the hen just stepped out. This hen is about 28 yards away. Definitely in range. But the only problem is, we gotta wait for the gobbler to follow. I don't know where he is though. I have no clue at all where this gobbler could be. Last I checked, he was still out in the field strutting, but I mean, eventually he's gotta follow the hens. It's just inevitable, basically. It's almost like you got a couple of hot does coming across and there's a big buck. Eventually, at some point, that big buck is gonna follow those does. And at this point, he's not even in the field anymore. He's actually in the brush between the woods and the field. Oh, he's stepping out. He's stepping out right there. The gobbler is stepping out. Right now, the gobbler's about 50 yards away. Though we could take a shot there. It's a bit risky. 50 yards on a strutting gobbler like that. And not only that, I don't know if you can hear, but the wind is gusting. So we decide to hold off and wait. Not only that, he's behind those trees right there. There's no way I'm taking a shot through those trees. It's just not happening. All he's got to do is follow these hens, and we're going to have a shot. That's all he's got to do. And once you believe it, but that is the last thing he did. He absolutely did not want to come this direction. Instead, what he did is stayed up on the high and went right through the thicket, all the way around this opening. I sat here and waited, and waited, and waited even more, and he never showed up. So I thought that was it. That was the chance that we had. Had him at 50 yards. Could have taken him for a couple seconds there when he was broadside, but we didn't. The hens went past, and that was it. But then I spotted him again up on the ridge. He's still 50 plus this time, but at this point he's actually in the brush, real thick brush. So there was no way we were able to take a shot. It just wasn't in the cards. I'm lining up on him right here, trying to see if I could maybe squeeze one off, but it's just too thick. It's just too thick. You guys probably can't even see him, but he's right there. But then, about 15 minutes later, I spot a hen cutting across this opening. And I know it's the same hen that was with that gobbler. We're gonna get a second chance to get him. All we gotta do now is be patient and absolutely don't move until the right moment. So I kept waiting and waiting and waiting some more. And at this point, I'd say probably 3 to 5 minutes went by and still no sign of this gobbler. I couldn't believe it. I thought there's no way he went a different direction again. But no matter what, we just gotta be patient. Because there's nothing else we can do. Whether or not he's there or not, it doesn't matter. We just gotta keep waiting. And just when I thought he wasn't gonna show up again, all of a sudden out of the corner of my eye, I see this red head pop out. And I knew it was him. So I'm lining up, getting ready to take the shot. Oh my God. There he is. He's 30 yards away.
I didn't see him go anywhere. I saw him run that way. I didn't see him go anywhere. I saw him run that way. Let's go check. Holy crap. Holy freaking crap. Oh, that was crazy. You guys, look right there. Look right there. You gotta be kidding me. We freaking got him. Let's go. Holy crap. He's laying right there. We gotta shoot him again. He's right in the woods.
So at this moment, I knew the shot looked pretty good, but I wasn't 100% sure how confident I really was. All I knew was that these turkeys are tough, and no matter what, if we get a second chance for a shot, we're gonna take it.
That was freaking awesome.
So I put another arrow in, climbed out of the blind, and snuck up on the gobbler.
Back here. Kinda looks like him. That
spotted him laying there. And at this moment, I knew we were about to officially get our first turkey with the bow.
Yes, we got him. We definitely got him now. Let's freaking go! Heck yes! We got him! Oh my god. Oh my god. Got two into him. He's not going anywhere. Look at that. Freaking long blood. Yes. No way. I've always wanted to do that. Always wanted to do that. We finally were able to make it happen. I burned two $20 arrows and two, I don't know, $15 broadheads. But take a look right there. Big old gobbler down. Yes. Oh, that was awesome. First shot smoked him. He was walking directly away from me and I put it right below his neck. Frickin' just doused him. He went maybe 20 yards, tucked in this brush here. I knew he wasn't going far after that. Let's frickin' go. Oh, that was cool. Well, here he is. Well, let's take a look at him. Oh, I'm so pumped right now. Oh, look at that beard. Look at that beard. Oh, yeah. Wow. Almost shot the beard off. Come to think of it, there's the hole right below the beard. There's the beard. Look at that freaking rage. Look what that thing did to it. My goodness. Oh, look at those spurs. Real good spurs. What a bird. Yes. There's my arrow. Well, one of them. We got to find the other one. Look at that. Right through. Big old gobbler down. Yes. Oh, that was awesome. First shot smoked him. He was walking directly away from me and I put it right below his neck. Frickin' just doused him. He went maybe 20 yards, tucked in this brush here. I knew he wasn't going far after that. Let's frickin' go. Oh, that was cool. Well, here he is. Well, let's take a look at him. Oh, I'm so pumped right now. Oh, look at that beard. Look at that beard. Wow. Almost shot the beard off. Come to think of it, there's the hole right below the beard. There's the beard. Look at that freaking rage. Look what that thing did to it. My goodness. Oh, look at those spurs. Real good spurs. What a bird. Yes. First one ever with the bow. I've been wanting to do this for so long now. And we finally got one. Here he is down right here. Heck yes. Man, that was cool. I don't know why. It seems like my camera zoomed way in for some reason. My GoPro's still on, but... All right, so it looks like we're going to have to do a little bit of vertical filming here. Anyways, here's the big old gobbler. Let's take a look at him. There he is down right there. Here's the beard. Well, what a successful hunt this has been. I sat there and waited for 3.5 hours. Didn't see anything. Actually got down, went to get some food because I was so hungry. Came back and waited another hour. He came out in the field, wouldn't come in. And another 25 minutes later, all of a sudden they finally started working their way in. They shifted past, right past, but through the brush, so I couldn't see him except for the two hens. And then all of a sudden, Next thing you know, I looked and I seen the hen coming back towards me. I saw the 2 hens go into the woods. And I thought, there's no way the gobbler already went past him. There's no way I would have seen him. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I could see the red head sticking out. And I realized there was literally 1.5 feet space for me to take that shot off from the corner of that tree from where my blind was. I literally had to shoot. I was leaning out the window to try and get a shot on this thing because that was the only angle I could have without my arrow hitting the window and not getting this bird. And luckily he was 30 yards, so I was able to make a pretty awesome shot. But wow, that was cool. Wow. Oh, and I want to thank my brother for letting me hunt here, because this has been just a dream come true. This piece of land here that we've been working on for the last 1.5 years here. So it's just been turning out to be a really productive spot. It's awesome whitetail spot, and now got a beautiful gobbler on it. So thanks for that. It was absolutely incredible. All right, guys, so here comes the fun part. We got to find the other arrow. Here's one. That's the second shot. Obviously the broadhead is, you know what, that broadhead still might be good. It might be. But the first broadhead is most likely not. So you gotta figure out where it went. Alright guys, so I was trying to find my arrow and I couldn't figure out where it might have went. But what I realized is I was actually further than what I thought. I thought it was more like 30, but in reality that sucker was 35 plus. So the way I found it is I was thinking there's got to be blood or feathers or something, and I couldn't see anything. And then all of a sudden I came over here. Look at this. There lays my arrow. There's my knock, and I see all the feathers here. So it led us right to him, as well as some burning metal, which is not good, but hopefully our arrow was still good. Looks like it was. Clean pass through, of course. And right into a thorn bush. You know what? Let's actually push it forward. Push it right through, right here. And there we have it. Clean pass through. That's crazy, not one speck of blood. And the reason is because it goes so fast that it just wipes right through them. Like it wasn't even there, like nothing even happened. So far we got 2 broadheads. Shooting the Rage Titanium. There's 1 blade on each broadhead that's slightly bent. If you look at this one right here, you can see that that blade is slightly bent kind of downwards. One is straight on this side, but the other side is bent downwards. So what we did is basically put on this little vise here, and I lined it up on the edge and started tapping it down. I was actually using the back of this because it's pretty soft. Still hard enough, you know, to be able to do some impact, but I did that for a long time, and then once I got to the final touch, then I used the back of this screwdriver, which is essentially metal. So that one I kind of just lightly tapped on it. Not really gonna be able to show you, but you keep shifting it over until you get it straight, which this one here, this one was really bent, but I fixed it. Now, that sucker's about as straight as it can get. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. So, and then there's the arrows, or bolts if you want to be technical about it. 2 brand new arrows ready to take down a head mount buck. And 2 broadheads that are going to be pretty much perfect. Again, this is the Rage Titanium right here. Unbelievable. The fact that we shot that thing 500 feet per second through the bird, into the mud, into whatever else it hit, and these broadheads are still 100% useful and ready to go within seconds.